2014 to the United States. But the first 2 years was hard. I don't want to lie to you, it was hard. I was trying to adapt to the weather, to the food. Like, yo, when you come in and you get to experience the reality of life in America, it takes a while for you to adjust. Hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. I get conjuring away. Hallelujah.
Hey guys, this is Nick from Ellen Nick, and today I have a guest with me. His name he will tell us, and we'll get to know more about him. He's a musician here in the US, and he's part of a big South African movement, the Amapiano movement, right?
For sure.
Yeah, so welcome to our channel.
Yo, thank you so much for having me, dude.
Yeah,
thank you.
Tell us more.
Sure. Hey, my name is Moabi. Moabi Kotu. I'm from Soweto, South Africa, just on the southwestern townships of Johannesburg. I'm a musician, I'm an artist, I'm a music producer, I'm a performer, I'm a cultural activist, and all things dope.
So you're a musician?
For sure.
So when did you start music?
Hey man, I started music very young, at a very young age. I think, of course, from Sunday school when I was young. But as you know, South Africans, we like to sing, you know. So I started singing in church, in our communities, at school. And then, and growing up, I started playing musical instruments from my home. My uncles were instrumentalists and they were in the choirs. I started messing with that stuff. And then went through to church. Most of the instruments I learned to play, I started learning them in church, singing, writing music, composing, and performing, you know, weddings, parties, gatherings. And then it blew up and it became corporate gigs. And then we started making records and then performing our own shows. So yeah.
So when did you start making the shows and performing?
As a teenager, I think from age 18, that's when we started actually getting booked to perform for money. It's like, oh Jesus, I can make money out of being on stage singing, you know. And also making records. They'll book me for studio sessions. Hey, can you come and record your voice? Like, oh, I can be paid for this. So yeah, I'll say my first recording was, I was 16 years old.
Oh.
Yeah.
So did you go to a music school? Have you done this professionally, like start training from a particular academy like other people do, or what?
No, I didn't go to any National School of the Arts. I didn't go to any academy until I was older. So as I was growing older and I was playing instruments, I had to get like private tutors and private teachers, and some of my friends were in music school already, so whatever they were learning in music school, they'll transfer it to me, you know. So yeah, that's how I did it. But I only started taking private lessons like piano and bass guitar when I got older and already in the music game. But the only thing I went to school where I sat in class, or you know, it was in Wits University for marketing and management. For the music industry, it was a course designed specifically for music business. So that's what I did. But as far as performance, it's always been private tuition and natural talent, you know.
Yeah. So if someone may ask, now you're talking about Soweto, you're talking about South Africa. So how did you transition now that we are here in Arizona? How did you get here?
Hey man, so when I came to the States, I was in Louisiana, and I lived in Louisiana for 4 years, and I decided to move here to Arizona 4 years back. And yeah, I didn't know nobody at that time. I had a partner, and me and her moved out here to Arizona, and yeah, the rest is history. I'm here now.
Like how has the journey been since? I don't know. No one knows how you got here. So where did you start? Now, you've landed into the US. Where did you start the music? Did you go back to music, or are you doing something else? No. When I first came, I landed in a big city called New Orleans. So New Orleans, as you know, is a city of jazz, you know, music, all of that. Art.
I was super excited to get there, but where I lived was like, I think 2 hours out of New Orleans. So I came in, I didn't shoot straight into the industry because first of all, nobody knows you, you don't know people, and you're trying to figure it out. And then I slowly but surely started making contacts because like I also I'm an IT professional, so I started doing, hey man, I started doing I applied my IT skills, just while I was waiting and making contacts in the music game. But then finally I met some people, and I was living in a place called Lafayette, Louisiana, and that's
Lafayette.
when, yes, and that's where my music started picking up. I found musicians, I found a band, and I presented my music, and they liked it. And then, my thing just started blowing up. I started doing theater productions. I started doing festivals. I started doing venues, and I was back in my rhythm again of like being like a solid full-time artist.
Amazing.
Yeah.
So, how long ago was this?
This is 2017.
Wow.
Yeah.
So that's 5 years?
Yes, 2017, because I came in 2014 to the United States, but the first 2 years was hard. I don't want to lie to you, it was hard. I was trying to adapt to the weather, to the food, to the language, to the money system, to just the American system, and I had things happen, personal things, that kind of like made me to step back a little bit and just, kind of stabilize my life first before I go out there and fully commit to music. I didn't have the correct energy because of what was going on, and the transition for me was very hard. Like, as much as people think like, oh, I'm going to United States, I'm going to Hollywood, like, yo, when you come in and you get to experience the reality of life in America, it takes a while for you to adjust. So it took me a little bit to adjust, but then 2.5 years later, I started doing my own shows, and it was amazing.
Oh, that's amazing. So the way you were saying you did shows, do you have any albums out?
Yeah, for sure. Like I'm saying to you, it took me some time. So when I came to the States, I already had an album, but it was with my band from back home. So that album, I didn't like push it as much because it was a band collective effort. I didn't want them to say, hey, Moabi took our album and made it big in the United States with our album, So I stayed, but I had to wait until I get the funds to record new music and get the right people to record the sound that I really want. So it took me about 4 years for me to record my album. So when I went and visited home in 2018, that's when I started recording my album called Based on African True Stories. So basically production happens in Africa and vocals happens in America. So we work from both countries.
Oh, that's amazing.
So yeah, that's my first album that I did. I started recording in
The one that you call Boats?
Yeah, Boats, Based on African True Stories. Yeah, I recorded that one 2018 and finished recording it in 2019 to only release it in 2020. So
during the pandemic?
Yes. No, it was not during the pandemic, because I launched the album on the 11th of February 2020 for things to be shut down on the 13th of March.
Oh my God.
So yeah, but that's my first solo effort, like, as Moabi could do. But I got a bunch of other recordings that I've been doing over the years, but they were just not for me, or some were for me but they were never released. So
is this the only album you've been able to produce since you came?
No. Then it happened that the pandemic happened, and my tours and everything and the plans behind Boats had to be on hold. So we were all sitting at home, and hey, why not make some more music? everybody's at home, I started collaborating with guys from everywhere, South Africa, Nigeria, Atlanta, Georgia, wherever. And I came up with a project called the Collaboration EP. And that's when the first Amapiano song that actually I recorded, it's in that album. This is 2020.
What's the song?
The song is called Tikobao. It means Father God, you know, because we didn't know what was going on. But the sound, you can hear like, that's the first Amapiano song that I recorded as a solo artist. And then, after that, then from 2021 early, I recorded an album again called African Magic. It's an R&B album. And then I also started recording a whole Amapiano record called from South Africa. Well, from Soweto to the US, Amapiano Dynasty. So then I dropped those 2 albums this year. So between
So you have 2 albums in 2022?
Yeah, 2022 I dropped 2 albums.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a big deal.
Hey man, we keep working, we keep grinding.
So do you mean, are these albums, were you making them during the pandemic, or this is music from 2022, or when did you start making these 2 albums?
No. These 2 albums, I started making them last year. If I can be honest with you, I know for sure, like I've been like just making these songs, these albums, from 2021, the whole of 2021, I was recording. But you know, you record and you stop, you record and you stop, you know. But finally, 2022 June, I had two of those projects sitting there. And it's like, no man, come on, let's give the people the music.
Yeah.
Then I dropped the R&B album in June. And then in August, I dropped the Amapiano album.
So what are the names of the albums, so that if anyone wants to search for them over the internet, they can search for the specific names?
Okay, cool. So the R&B album is called, what is it called? African Magic, Rhythm and Blues.
Wow.
African Magic, Rhythm and Blues. That's the R&B album.
You've made me think of African Magic, the channel. Did it inspire you to call it that name?
No. Actually, I was inspired by something else. African Magic, for me, like I feel like I named that because people, ever since I moved to the States, I've been doing like hardcore, solid African music, like instrumentation, world sound. It's like, you know, traditional drumming, and you know, so they only put me in a box. They just thought maybe I'm just an African artist. But when I released this African Magic album, Rhythm and Blues, I wanted to showcase the fact that I can actually really sing, you know, and I'm very versatile. And growing up, I used to sing and listen to a lot of R&B, you know, and I'm a lover, you know, I love women, I love beautiful ladies, you know, I'm very romantic. You know,
I'll not say I know that he's romantic, but I know he can sing for sure. I've listened to his music.
No. When I say I love people, like I admire them, I like how they are shaped and everything. You know, so I wanted to express myself, you know, in that area, so people don't just think I only sing about, oh, I love the motherland, Africa, oh, you know, or politics, oh, bring back our land. No, I also sing about love. Love, everybody can relate to love, you know. I have had relationships, I had breakups before, you know, I have been heartbroken, I have loved, you know, I have, you know, intimacy, sex, all those things. It's reality that I also relate to, and everybody else can relate to. So hence that R&B album, you know.
So now that you've mentioned all these albums, I wanted to know, is it hard to distribute music here in the US now that you've tested both markets? Like you've been in South Africa, you've done music, you made it with some couple of guys.
For sure.
Now you did it here alone. How easy or how hard is it to make it to make an album in the US as a musician from Africa?
Hey man, for me it was hard for me because of sound. The South Africans, we have a specific sound, you know, that we approach. And the thing is, with us, we can play music any type of music, but we have our own distinct sound, you know. And like when I'm in the States, I can go into the studio with a producer, and you know, but they won't give me that rhythm that I want, the African, you know. And that's when like, you know what, let me just go home and do my production over there. But as far as distribution, it's very easy in the United States, because one, we have this thing called the internet. You can sell your music via the internet in multiple stores. We have access all day long, no data caps or anything. So that's what I like, and it's so easy.
You've said that, and you're going to make very many Africans ask the question. Even in Africa, we have the internet, right? We have if you post anything even on YouTube right now, it will get to whichever part of the world.
For sure.
So which internet is different from that of Africa?
No, because in South Africa, my brothers always telling me about data. Hey, buy us data. We don't have data. You know, so here, for the most part, we have unlimited data. You know, Wi-Fi, you find Wi-Fi anywhere, and it's working effectively. And like there's multiple stores that you can use. You can use DistroKid, you can use TuneCore, you can use Bandcamp, you can like multiple things that you can use on the internet to distribute your music. You know?
Okay.
Yeah.
So I know we've talked for a while, so I wanted to know, what challenges have you experienced during your production, the music production that you've done here in the US compared to...
You mean like in terms of just production?
For instance, here I am. I'm a new artist. I'm watching you right now. I want to be like Moabi. I want to go to the US. I want to perform. I want to be a big superstar. I want to be in Hollywood. What are the challenges that you as an artist has felt in the production of music?
Oh, okay. No, well, I mean, yes, there's challenges, because first of all, people now, they don't go off of your talent. They go off of how many followers you have, how many, you know, your following, how many subscribers you have, those kind of things. They don't look first at your artistry or your talent, you know. And that has been the most challenging thing, because we grew up traditional. You had to really be able to sing, you know. You had to be able to play an instrument if you say you play an instrument. But now you can just strum one thing, and if it gets popular, you get famous, and boom, they put you on the pedestal. You're a musician, and only to find out you're not. So now adjusting to that thing, to say, Moabi, you are not just a musician or an artist, and it's not just about your talent, but it's also about marketing, create a following, you know, market yourself, know people, connect to people. So those things were kind of challenging. And also your style, you know, some people don't understand or know your style, like don't understand it first time, and then you have to like teach them and say, hey, this is my style. And there's people who just, hey, resonate with you, but there's some people it takes time for them. And there's people who just, no, we want Afrobeat, you know, and like, no, I'm not an Afrobeat artist. I'm a South African artist. I'm a piano artist. I'm a South African musician, you know. And like over time, they embrace you, but some don't even embrace you because they don't resonate. But you just have to have a courage and a thick skin, and believe in yourself, believe in your craft, and be yourself, you know.
Amazing.
Yeah.
So just as a parting shot, what would you tell maybe someone who's trying music, or maybe someone who's never done art before here in the US, and maybe they are out there sitting doing some jobs? You see, here in the US, when you come in, you start with whatever is available, right?
Yeah,
and
for sure.
Someone is like, I have the talent, but I can't do it. Where do they start? Where would you say is the right place to start as a person, since you've been in this industry before?
Oh yeah, man. Again, I'm gonna go back to saying that be yourself and know your why. Why are you doing this music thing? You know, do you want to be famous? Do you want to be a influencer on TikTok? Is it God's calling or gift, you know, that he gave to you, and you're gonna use your gift to live, to support your family, inspire the world, heal the world? what is your why? And then as soon as you find that why you're doing it, and then it will measure how much serious and how much sacrifice are you willing to put in towards becoming what you believe you are, you know. Yeah.
Amazing. So I know there's something you are doing. Is it this weekend or there's something you are in?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So
Can
yeah,
you talk about it?
yeah, for sure. I'm doing a concert called Rap Your City. So what happened is that I was approached by Uncontained Entertainment, and they seen me perform at a jam session somewhere here in Phoenix.
Yeah.
And they say, hey man, we have an audition. Can you come? We want to see how you perform. We're having this show, and that show, it has like about 17 artists, and those artists are not natives of Phoenix. It's people from all over who moved to Phoenix, including international, other states, whatever. So they took the best of the best, and then they put us together all in one show. So we're doing that show on the 24th of September at the Medicine Center of the Arts. This is the coming Saturday. The show time, it starts at 7:30. And I know I'm gonna be on stage around 9ish. So yeah, that's the show that I'm doing, and it's big, it's huge. We have celebrities coming from LA, Stevie J from Housewives of Hollywood or Atlanta, I don't know. And we got like DJs, Grammy Award producers, you know, people who are in the industry. So we're gonna do workshops. We're gonna do brunch. We're gonna do, you know, a lot of industry meetings. They're not gonna just come and make us sign autographs. They're gonna give us game, put us on, listen to our music, take our music with them.
I have a question.
You know.
So is this going to be a performance, or is just for the artists to link up and to train together?
Friday, it's a link up for the artists and the panel of hosts and influential people. Then Saturday is brunch as well with them, and then Saturday night is the concert.
Oh.
Yeah, between 7:30 to 11 p.m. It's just performances, live band, everything.
Do we have any other African performing, or is it?
I'm the only African artist that made that cut. The one and only.
Guys, are you hearing that? This
Yeah.
is the only person from Africa who is representing Africa.
Yes, and that's why I want people here in Arizona, all Africans, to be in that show.
Tell them.
People in Arizona, I am the only African artist that made the cut for that Creme de la Creme festival. I need you to fill up that building. Show Africa some love. I know I'm South African, I'm from Soweto, but Africa, I'm doing this for you guys. Live band, I'm bringing the best of the best that I have. So be in the building.
Amazing. So guys, this is Moabi Kotu, a very famous musician here in Arizona from South Africa, Soweto. And maybe before I go, I've not even told you, can you show us your vocals?
Oh,
I've never done this before. Yeah, you have a nice song that you produced just the other day.
Oh,
can
okay.
Just
yeah.
a little bit.
Yeah, which one? Kilebo hali said ilaha morena. Humpani said itila. Kilebo hali gaya loya ha morena. When I want ye la moya. Kilebo hali kumampileng yona. Hey malukalu tingo. Omina yazivali tingo. Hallelujah. 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 I get conjuring away. Hallelujah. Omudimu opila. Yeah.
So what have you sung? Someone is listening. What is it
I was
about?
just saying thank you God for the light, which is my daughter's name is Lesedi. Thank you God for Kaelo. Kaelo is my son, but it means direction. Thank you, God, for wealth. Kumo, it's my other daughter. And hallelujah. Thank you, God. Thank you for all these blessings. Blessings.
Amazing. Yeah. So, guys, that's Moabi Kotu, an artist from South Africa, but now currently living in Arizona, USA. Thank you so much for honoring this invite.
For sure.
Yeah, we thank you so much. We will be queuing some of his music And I know there are some artists you've also done collabos with.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. Yeah, sure.
Maybe you can just mention one or two.
Yeah, for sure,
so that
for sure.
wherever if they are watching, they know that you recognize them.
Yeah, thank you, thank you. I've done a lot of music. Firstly, producers that I work with from South Africa, dope producers. But artists I collaborated with, Msani Foreman, the Kenyan superstar. I've collaborated with PK the Poet, amazing hip hop artist, Lee Water. You know, yeah, I've just done a lot of.
Did you say where Msani is from?
Yeah.
Where is he from?
Kenya.
So Kenya is my country. If you're watching for the first time, Kenya is my country.
Yeah.
He's doing collabos with East Africans, the whole of Africa, the US, everyone.
I'm collaborating with everybody, and yeah, people should follow me on my social media. My social media handle is Moabi _ Moafrica with a KA at the end. That's Instagram, and then Facebook it's Moabi Code 2, TikTok Moabi Code 2. Twitter, Moabi Code 2, MOABI space KOTU.
Yeah, I'll put the links.
For sure.
So if you guys don't know, behind us is a very important, someone important. He's saying I shut up. So I'll keep quiet for now. He'll be joining us another time on my channel and we'll also interview him. So guys, peace out.
For sure.
And thank you for watching.
Thank you so much.